Hello, hello. We're live again in the Plan Your 2022 Success Facebook group exclusively created for the free masterclass. New year, new goals. Let's expand our client list, that's our business. So wait a few minutes to join me because I would really like to make this exercise actually as interactive as I can. And yeah, use the comments below and let me know where you're watching me from. That was an amazing success yesterday. More than 200 people joined me live, actually 226 for the new year, new goals. Let's expand our client list. That's our business free masterclass. 2 hours lasted, amazing. And thank you so much for the great participation and your great questions. Today, I added this extra exercise based on your feedback and your questions during yesterday's masterclass. And I can't wait to receive any kind of questions you might have about pricing. So how to set up your prices, your rates, specific case studies. So if you have a reply from one client, how you can get back to them. So use the comments below. Let me know, first of all, if the sound, if the picture is okay, if you can hear me well. Okay. And of course, you can use the comments below to introduce yourself and ask me anything. So drop all of your questions, okay, about pricing, strategies, yesterday's masterclass, and of course, rates in the comments. Where are you watching me from? Let me know. I see you're here live with me. So for those of you who are watching me for the first time, there are two other preparation exercises that took place live in the Plan Your 2022 Success, okay, earlier this week, and you can still find them in the videos, okay, media section of our Plan Your 2022 Success. So if you miss the actual live exercises, you can get access to the recordings. And definitely the free worksheets are actually in the files section as well. So what I would do in your case, I would go and I would download the worksheets and I would watch again the replays. If you have any questions about first exercise, setting up your SMART goals. Second exercise, identify your ideal clients. Okay, use the comments below the corresponding video, tag me, use the hashtag replay, and ask me anything about the two preparation exercises. This is the third exercise as an add-on from me to you, okay, as a gift, since we're heading to the New Year's Eve. Based on your feedback in yesterday's masterclass. And of course, I would really love to answer any kind of questions. So we will start right away by talking about pricing strategies, because I saw so many questions of yours, okay, yesterday in the chat during our masterclass, okay, on how to set up your prices. So if you, let's say you don't have any clue about how to set up your pricing sides, your rates when you are starting out translator, we're going to talk about that. And if you have been some years in the translation business, how you can actually double your rates or increase your rates without losing your clients. So use the comments below and let me know if you're a starting out translator and you would like to set up your rates from scratch, or if you've been in the business for some years and you would like to revamp, okay, your pricing strategy. Let me know. So drop all of your questions in the chat here below, and of course let me know where you're watching from. The replay, actually, of yesterday's masterclass, 2 hours masterclass, still live in our group. So definitely I would recommend you, since it's going to be live for a couple of hours more, okay, I suppose like for 24 hours, is still live in our Plan Your 2022 Success live. So I would definitely recommend you to go back, okay, and watch the replay. You will find it pinned in our group or in the feature section or actually in the video media section of our group. So amazing. Congratulations. Let's say you're here. Let me know in the chat where you're watching me from. I would really love to know that. So thank you, Anna Tarkitsky, native Spanish translator. Thank you so much. Did you participate in the masterclass? If you would like to watch the replay, there are 24 hours, New Year's, new goals. Okay, and if you have any kind of questions, you can use the comments below. So Anna, let me know if you have any kind of questions. Drop all of your questions in the chat. Okay, amazing. So Anna, are you a starting out translator? I assume no. So you might have been some years in the business. So let me know in the chat if you have any kind of questions about your pricing strategy. If you Google or if you look online about pricing strategies, you most probably find many different pricing strategies. I'm going to talk today about those that they are dominant, okay, in our translation testing business and industry. Those that I have seen that most of the well-established translators that I have as guests in the Ask Your Mentor Anything live sessions, they have mentioned as the most dominant or most efficient pricing, okay, strategies. And I would really love to know which one you use or which one you think you should use based on your business model. I will start with one that I think is very, very important, especially when you are starting out as a translator to know, but also if you are some years in the business and you have not been implementing such a strategy, I would definitely recommend you to reconsider that. So the first one I would say is the one that is based on your life, living expenses. Why is that so important? Because we need to know where we stand, okay, in terms of our expenses and where we want to go so as to increase the profit for our business. If we do not make a profit, okay, over 20 years of experience, amazing, Anna. So since you are already such a well-established translator, you can share with us, okay, your expertise in the comments and let me know which pricing strategy you use and how often do you increase your rates, Anna? And of course, if you have a different pricing strategy for agencies and direct clients. Anna, let us know in the chat. I would really love to know. So live living expenses pricing strategy. If you remember in the Mentoring for Translators Facebook community, it's a totally free community, safe community where you can become a member, Mentoring for Translators. You can visit the files section. You can find a very comprehensive, I think the most comprehensive Excel spreadsheet with several different tabs that will take you step by step with specific instructions included to actually help you define your rates based on your life expenses. So first of all, the thing that this spreadsheet helps you, and I don't own the copyrights, so I have found it online myself, so I'm sharing this with you, and I definitely recommend you to visit the Mentoring for Translators Facebook community files section to download it. Once a year, amazing, Anna, once a year do you increase your rates? Or you review your pricing strategy? Share with us some tips. And it takes you, first of all, you need to know where you stand. And I keep saying and explaining this example with Google Maps, for example. So even Google Maps, they cannot show you the path or the direction to reach your destination, even if you know very well your destination, if you do not know where you are right now. So in order even Google Maps to give you precise and specific directions and your path towards where you want to go, it needs both your destination, where you want to go, and your starting point, where you are right now. I use this example because myself, a consultant, a mentor, anyone you might ask for help, they need that information so as to help you. Okay, so you need to know very well where you stand with your life expenses. Okay, how much money you spend. Okay, how much money you need to survive or to pay your bills by the end of the month, so as to be able to earn more and to make some profit. So that's the idea behind the first strategy. That specific spreadsheet I'm just described to you actually includes different other tabs that will help you to define your hourly rate, for example, or your daily output. So you need to know, okay, how many hours you work per day, per week, per year, so as to calculate that and to, based on calculation, to find what is your hourly rate, and based your hourly output to find your per hour rate. I hope that this doesn't sound very complicated. So you're based in Buenos Aires, you're all welcome, amazing. Yes, I would really love to go to Buenos Aires myself at some point after COVID. So thank you for the invitation. So first of all, you need to know, okay, very well your expense. If you're a solopreneur, you need to include both your personal life expense and business expense. That depends on your business model. It becomes a bit more complicated when you have a different business model, and you're more welcome to book a free call with me to discuss it further at vmentoring.com/booking, so as to give you some advice on your specific business model that you might have. Okay. And of course, you need to know very well your daily output, the hours that you work per year, so as to be able to calculate the income that you should earn per year, so as to make some profit. It's very simple, and there are specific step-by-step instructions in that spreadsheet that take you so as to estimate and calculate your hourly and per word rates so as to be able to make some profit by the end of the year. And I know that you might tell me I'm a starting out translator and I do not know my output. How can I calculate? Then in such a case, if you're not aware of your existing output, if you don't have an estimate already, you need to write down your ideal daily output, or ideally how many hours you could work per week and per year. So for myself as well, I review that. So recently I've been mentioning online that I work 4 days per week, and that's something you need to calculate beforehand to include it in your rates, so as to be able to make such profit and actually to increase your revenue if you want, based on that output, and your rates. It's a combination always of the rates that we charge and the daily and the output. Let me know if you have questions. For me, that's very simple strategy, but it really needs you to know very well, your living expenses already and your output, so as to be able to calculate and to increase your revenue or to actually make some profit by the end of the year. Another question I get asked, for example, is what if I don't have a stable output or a workflow? How can I calculate that? So when we use such a pricing strategy for our translation language business in general, we need to include, in the calculations that we make, those days that we might be inactive due to sickness, traveling, vacation, so on. So this spreadsheet actually takes into consideration the days that you're not going to translate, or you might be inactive because of lack of projects coming in. So this is something that you can predict, and imagine that you might be able, actually in 1 week, I've mentioned that many times before as an example, you might earn in 1 week what you could earn in 3 months as a freelance translator. That's pretty simple. So that amount of money that you earn that week can actually, make the balance with the inactive days, as we say. Those are days that you might not have any projects coming in to your business. So is this simple enough? Let me know in the chat. I would really love to know if you have any questions. So first pricing strategy that I would really suggest you is the live living expenses strategy. And I've shared with you the tool that you can download through the Mentoring for Translators Facebook free community where I'm sharing several different resources. Second pricing exercise that it's really important to be taking into consideration as a combination with any other that you might use for your business and implement is actually the competitors' markets, So to take into consideration the competition-based rates. Let me know in the chat if you have been using such a method for your own business. For me, it's really important because, for example, in my annual alumni, I've been working on an annual basis with my mentees there, those that they have graduated from my 3-month fully booked translator formula or the ultimate LinkedIn prospecting system. I had a discussion with Deborah. Deborah is from North Carolina, and she came back to me and she told me I submitted that code, and the client came back to me and they told me my rates are very high. And I asked her, high or very high in comparison to what? So in such a case, when you get such answers, you need, first of all, to have made a research, of your competition. You need to know what rates, your competition charges. So as to know the next time, if you are going, I must leave, feel free to contact me. Yes, Anna, no problem. You can book a free call with me if you need anything. So you need to know what are the competition rates. And by competition, I mean the business model that you own. So if you're a small business owner, other small businesses, around you, might be your competition. If you're a solopreneur certified translator, for example, in Italy, I know that Italian-based certified translators, they provide locally their certified services because they need to go to the local courts and so on. So please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So in such a case, your competition, regarding certified translations in Italy are your local-based, certified Italian translators that they're offering same services, same language combinations. Is this clear about competition? I've been asked a lot, how can I make such a research? Most of the translation companies, they have their rates online, publicly shared, You can even directly ask them, or you can even find what are the average rates, okay, that are suggested from specific platforms like pros.com. They have a pricing list page where you can actually find the average rates. Please, okay, this is really important to note down that those rates are about agency translation agencies that's as clients. So you shouldn't charge the same rates you charge translation companies, your end clients. Then you ruin, okay, as you might understand, the whole industry. I've seen that mistake, okay, also be made by very well-established translators, even association presidents. So you should be very aware, okay, what you charge end clients and intermediaries. Okay, so one very common mistake that we should avoid is having the same rates for intermediaries, translation companies, and so on, with the rates we charge the end client might be the direct client companies, okay, apart from translation companies. Let me know if this is clear and if you have any kind of questions about the second, okay, pricing strategy, which is competition based. Another mistake I would really love you to avoid as a translator or interpreter in a business while implementing the competition-based, okay, pricing strategy is actually to go lower with your rates so as to increase your income or find more clients. That's a big no. Actually, based on my experience, you're not going to attract your ideal clients by lowering your rates. You're going to attract bottom feeders, as you might understand. So if you want to win competition, you need to, that's why initially I told you, you need to use these competition-based rates in combination with one of the other strategies we're going to discuss about. So I would definitely know what should be my minimum charge, my minimum rate based on my living expenses to know that by the end of the month I will be able to pay my rates. And at the same time to have a clear idea of the competition, okay, rates, so as to know that at least I charge what the others charge, or I'm more or less at the same level, so as to avoid such situation where your client might come to you and might tell you, you know, your rates are higher, even though I don't find it that big deal, because those clients that they will get back to you and they will tell you, you know, you charge higher from others or your rates are very high, those are not your ideal clients, okay? So let me know if this is clear in the chat and if you have any questions about the competition-based rates. Second strategy that I would drill today, and that will be the last one because we can talk for days, but those are the three most dominant, as I told you, strategies that translators and interpreters are using so as to set up their rates, even if they're starting out translators and they have no clue how to charge, or they are well established and they want to take the next step, increase their revenue, double their rates, and so on, is the value-based pricing. Or perceived value pricing model. This is one of the most, if we can say, common that I see from guests in my live series Ask Your Mentor, anything that the guests have mentioned. I think at least three, Moira Monet, Ellen Singer, and Vasily Kipris, three of them that they have mentioned the value, perceived value-based pricing model. What is that and why is so, if we can say, common in our industry? Okay, why is that so common in our industry, this pricing model? Because it really includes everything that you might have as an added value to your client. And usually it's a way also to educate your clients about the value added, okay, to your pricing. So the next time you're going to charge your clients or quote, do not include your per word rate, especially if it is about, okay, I'm talking about the clients, okay, agencies, they most probably you have signed an NDA or an agreement where you have agreed with your per word rate. But when it comes to direct clients, okay, companies, private clients, you're not obliged to show your per word rate because that way you exclude admin cost, the time that you negotiated back and forth with emails with your clients, okay, the fact that you had invested some time, okay, to make some research if it's a very complicated project, the time that it took you, it's a very big project to actually calculate and make an estimate, the project management of this project, okay, the actual admin costs, any kind of terminology that you might have to create, or if you are going to create a new memory that you're going to share with your client, or if it's going to be a long-term collaboration, which means that you're going to create a memory for that specific client. All those are added value, okay, that actually justify a higher rate. That's the only way I see, if you are a well-established already translator, that you can use, okay, in order to increase your rates, but at the same time educate your clients and keep them, not to lose them because you're increasing your rates. Ways you can show that value to your clients: through the codes, okay, through the actual purchase order. You can even have it with a zero at the end. You're not charging them for that, but you need to include what are the tasks, okay? Hours of work of yours are included in that specific project so as to be delivered on time and with high quality of work. Let me know if you have any questions about the perceived value pricing model. Another thing that I would really like to discuss, and I found out yesterday during the masterclass, is actually most of you don't really realize the difference between pain relief and value we provide to our clients, okay? Your solution, yes, might be on time, high quality translation, okay? Certified translation or specialized translation, so on. That's a solution to a problem that you provide to your client. The value we provide as translators to our clients are even higher and includes a bigger picture, okay, of the project. So it's not only about, okay, translating per word and giving back to our clients, okay? It's the cost of having a business. It's the cost of an accountant and lawyer you might be paying. It's the cost if you have a team, okay, or a proofreader behind you, so as to be able to guarantee the high quality of your work to your clients. So everything should be taken into consideration where you charge your end client. That's also one reason why you shouldn't charge the same rates translation agencies and clients, okay? Let me know if you have more questions. I hope that this is very, very clear. And the important is really important to understand the difference between the value you provide to your clients and the actual pain relief. So pain relief is about your service, okay? They have a pain, they have a problem, you provide a solution. They have a problem, they need, for example, to translate, okay, their financial reports on high quality and on time to be delivered to the investors based in the UK. What's your solution? High quality, on time, okay, financial translation by specialized translator and so on. That's a solution, but what's the value? Okay, that specific company that they're submitting their financial reports to UK-based investors, what's your value to that specific business, that specific client? It's far even bigger than just the translation you provide, and that's something we don't include in our rates that should be included. Can you tell me in the chat? Let me know in the chat. Do you understand what's the difference between a value, okay, and a pain relief? Yesterday, some of you, during the masterclass, you did find it. I'm really proud of you. I think Rania was that, or Maria. Amazing ladies. But do you really understand in the exam that I just mentioned to you what's the pain relief and the value? The pain relief is related to the service that we provide, okay, the translation, so on. The value is more related to the actual outcome the client gets through the translation. So in such an example where our client submits the financial reports to the end client is that they get the funds. So they manage to get the funds from, okay, the investors by submitting on time, high quality translations we provide to them. Okay, so getting the funds from the clients is the value. And if you realize the value you provide to your clients, you will be able to charge your value to them. So no more per word, okay, 8, 12, 15 cents per word. No, that rate you charge to the end client should include your value to them. So if it's a value to, okay, double the rates to win millions, to submit a time and tender, to win a tender, or even to get the investments from the investor, you should include that in your rate. You should be, but in order to be able to implement such a pricing strategy, it means that you really realize, okay, the value that you provide to your clients. That's what we do in the Fully Booked Translator formula in 2 weeks. Okay, you'll have a clear idea of who's your ideal client, who will be able to pay what you worth, okay, what you charge without negotiating your rates, paying on time always, and really appreciate your value to their business. So those were the 3 pricing models, okay, life, living expenses-based pricing, competition rates-based pricing, and value, perceived value-based pricing. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're watching the replay, use the hashtag replay and tag me in the group so as to be able to get back to you with any answers to your questions. Please visit the Mentoring for Translators group to download, okay, the pricing Excel spreadsheet that it will take you step by step, okay, to find out what rates you should charge. And I would really love to answer if you have any specific questions about your own business case studies that you do not know how to negotiate your price and keep the clients. And let me know if you have any specific questions, okay, about your own clients. I would really love to answer them. But in general, you can double your rates and keep your existing clients. I've been helping my mentees. Irene Spanak is a Greek translator. She came to me and she told me, I'm overwhelmed with projects. She is a medical translator. And I'm really want to find more time for my family. I don't really want to lose my clients. What do you suggest? And we created a pricing strategy for her own business model, okay, her own clients and her level of expertise. She sent an email in January to all of her previous clients with specific, okay, wording, informing them, okay, in a very specific way, her new pricing for the upcoming year. And I think 4 out of 5 of the clients remained. So it means that they accepted those rates. And imagine that if you double your rates, if you decide double your rates, even if you keep 1 or 2 clients, you will be earning the same. Okay, so if you have any kind of questions, okay, about your pricing model, your rates, your client, book a free call with me to discuss it, okay, at thementoring.com/booking. Totally no strings attached, and we're going to discuss your own personal situation about pricing. If you're ready to invest in your business, if you're ready to reach 5-figure months, if you're ready this year 2022 to make it the best, be open until Tuesday 4th, January 4th. So you can enroll, okay, using the link in the chat. I'm going to say, and make 2022 the best year ever. Either if you are starting out translator and you want to set up a successful translation interpretation business, or if you're a well-established translator already and you want to take the next step in your business, find higher paying clients, okay, removing all the past clients that you're not enjoy working with, but keep earning more, increasing your revenue and doubling your rates and even reaching 5-figure months, then this program is for you. Fully Booked Translator Formula starts January 10th, and I'm hosting today at 5 p.m. Central European Time live, okay, in the Plan Your 2022 Success Facebook group, where I'm going to answer all of your questions about the Fully Booked Translator Formula, and I can't wait to see you there. So that was about pricing and rates. I hope that you did enjoy this. I would love to receive any kind of questions about your pricing model, your rates, any real case studies that you might have had with your own clients and you would really love an advice or professional experience there to be shared. Definitely use the comments below, ask me anything, or book a free call with me. If no slot, okay, if no slot in the calendar fits your schedule, I would definitely suggest you to send me an email, okay? And I will reply personally. Send me an email at info@thementoring.com with any kind of your questions or your availability to open a slot based on your availability and your calendar. So that was it for today. You can watch the replay in the Plan Your 2022 Success Facebook group exclusively created for the new year, new goals. Let's expand our client list. That's our business. Can't wait to see you there. And in a couple of hours, we're going live to answer any kind of questions about the Fully Booked Translator Formula, where I can't wait to see some of you, okay, joining us. Bye-bye for now.